Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and history enthusiasts. Today, we're exploring the fascinating story behind the 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, a coin that represents a remarkable chapter in American history. Though it may look like an ordinary piece of copper, this penny carries the legacy of an era filled with resilience, change, and patriotic spirit. The 1940 penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and even in circulated condition, it remains a timeless reminder of craftsmanship and history that continues to attract collectors worldwide. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person rather than a symbolic image. This was a groundbreaking design decision at the time and reflected America's deep respect for Lincoln's leadership and enduring influence on the nation's identity. The 1940 issue, therefore, carried not only monetary value but also cultural importance. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar and iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right. The inscriptions include, "In God We Trust," along the upper rim, "Liberty," to the left, and the date, 1940, to the right. Since there is no mint mark, this coin was produced in Philadelphia, which did not include mint marks on its coins during this period. Over time, the fine details of Lincoln's face and hair may fade due to circulation, but the boldness of the design remains recognizable even after decades of use. The reverse side showcases two elegantly curved wheat stalks framing the words, "1 cent," and "United States of America." Above the central design sits the phrase, "E pluribus unum," meaning, "out of many, one." This beautiful and balanced design gave rise to the coin's nickname, the wheat penny. The simplicity of the reverse speaks volumes about the values of the time: unity, hard work, and prosperity through agriculture. The 1940 wheat penny was made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that rich reddish-brown hue characteristic of older U.S. coins. With time and circulation, these pennies often developed darker tones, light brown spots, or a smooth patina that shows their age and authenticity. Each penny's wear pattern is unique, almost like a fingerprint of its long journey through history. In terms of production, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 586 million pennies in 1940. This makes it a common coin in terms of mintage numbers, but that doesn't mean it's ordinary. Each 1940 penny serves as a small piece of pre-World War II America, a time when the nation was still recovering from the Great Depression and beginning to prepare for global challenges on the horizon. Holding a 1940 wheat penny is like holding a tangible memory from a world on the brink of change. It circulated during a time when every penny truly mattered. With the U.S. still climbing out of economic hardship, a single cent could buy something meaningful: a piece of candy, a stamp, or a newspaper. These pennies passed through the hands of hard-working Americans, shopkeepers, and soldiers' families, playing their part in the rhythm of daily life. In circulated condition, most 1940 pennies exhibit moderate wear. You might notice softness in Lincoln's cheekbones, worn lettering, or faded wheat stalks. Yet, despite these signs of use, the coin retains its charm. Collectors often admire circulated coins for their natural aging and authenticity, as they reflect decades of real-world history. As for value, the 1940 no-mint mark penny in circulated condition typically ranges from 5 to 15 cents, depending on its overall appearance and color. While not a high-value coin, it remains a cherished collectible due to its age, design, and connection to America's rich coinage heritage. Uncirculated or high-grade examples, however, can be worth significantly more to collectors. Error varieties also exist, and if you happen to find one with a double die obverse, off-center strike, or die crack, it could fetch a higher price. These rare minting anomalies make coin collecting all the more exciting, as you never know when you might stumble upon a valuable treasure hiding in plain sight. The design of the 1940 penny perfectly captures the spirit of the era. Victor D. Brenner's artistry brought together a lifelike depiction of Lincoln with a clean, symmetrical reverse. His design has stood the test of time and remains one of the most beloved in American coin history, even after over a century in circulation. This penny also carries emotional and symbolic weight. It represents perseverance through hardship, faith in the nation's future, and unity among citizens. Every 1940 penny that survives today has a story, whether it was saved in a piggy bank, lost in a drawer, or carried by a soldier during the war years that followed. Collectors often include the 1940 wheat penny as an essential part of a complete Lincoln cent set. It's one of those coins that bridge the early 20th century to the modern era, offering a glimpse into both the artistry and the everyday life of the people who used it. Its presence in any collection adds depth and historical value, even if its market price is modest. When viewed up close, the fine craftsmanship of this coin becomes evident, from Lincoln's thoughtful expression to the intricate details of the wheat ears. These subtle artistic elements are part of what makes old pennies so captivating to collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Even in circulated or slightly worn condition, the 1940 wheat penny remains a timeless collectible. Each mark, nick, and discoloration tells a story, making every coin unique. That individuality is what turns these small copper pieces into meaningful keepsakes. The 1940 penny isn't just a coin, it's a storyteller. It reminds us of a simpler time, of patriotism, resilience, and the strength of the American spirit. It's a bridge between generations, connecting us to our past through the power of design and metal. So, if you ever find a 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark, don't overlook it. Clean it gently, admire its history, and keep it safe. It may not make you rich, but it's a priceless artifact that links you directly to America's enduring journey through time.